Well, hello everybody. Thanks for joining us on this ride. It's December the 29th, 2022. The weather has warmed a bit, so we thought we would break away a couple of days and get a little camping in. We have a special guest with us on this trip. Our oldest son has bought him a Tacoma and has been wanting to ride along with us on one of our journeys. So we decided to take him up to the Cohutta Wilderness area and ride the Big Frog Loop. Having only a couple of days, and since his Tacoma is two-wheel drive, we thought this would be a great starter trip for him. The Big Frog Loop is roughly 95 miles through the Cohutta and Big Frog Wilderness areas of southern Tennessee and north Georgia. It offers some absolutely beautiful scenery, from creekside roads through mountain laurel forests to breathtaking mountaintop views. The Big Frog Loop has much to offer. We hope the snow has melted enough for him not to have too much trouble. However, we've been dying to try out our KO2s on some good snow. Anyway, I'm sure this will be a good trip no matter what we encounter. So come along for the ride.
Hope you're enjoying the ride so far. One thing we've learned about the Big Frog Loop is that you really need to visit it at least once in every season. Many of these creekside and mountain views you are seeing are obscured during the summer. However, the summer offers a different but equally great forest experience, especially when cooling off in the creek is in order. And then there's springtime, which is always amazing, with all of the fresh growth and blooms. Yet the weather is still cool enough to keep the bugs at bay, which makes for a great camping experience. And fall, well, we haven't had the pleasure of seeing it in the fall, but I can only imagine how beautiful the color change is at that time of year. From season to season, it looks so different, you almost will not recognize most of it. It will seem like you're on a different trail altogether. I'm not sure which season is our favorite. We'll just have to come back in the fall to do a worthy comparison and maybe do an episode showing the season changes throughout the year. Speaking of great views, we're about to come upon a beautiful overlook on the trail that I'm not sure we've been on yet because this is the first trip where we've done the entire loop. We'll be quiet for now and let you enjoy it for yourselves.
This is labeled Beautiful Overlook, and they did not mislabel it. This is nice. This is at the very bottom of Big Frog Loop. We're pretty close to the very bottom, so we're not too far from our camp spot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's cool, ain't it?
Chilly, not cold, but just a little chilly.
I wonder if that's a camp. We'll look through there.
And we've made it to camp. We've set up camp. Eating some supper, got a fire, got a pretty view. Don't know if you can see it through the trees. A little bit cold, just a little bit cold, but look at that mud we went through. We got a little bit dirty. Got some good food cooking. Ready to crawl in the back of that vehicle in a bit. He will pick up his litter, don't worry. Ready to climb in that vehicle in a little bit and sleep till morning.
All right, we're up. It's 8:30 or so out here on the southern tip of the Big Frog Loop. I'm going to show you our campsite. Not too bad, it's on the side of the road, but a couple of the ones that were marked epic were taken, so this is not bad. It was kind of alone here, no traffic last night, so it was not bad. How are you this morning?
Good. Too foggy to see epicness anyway.
Well, that's true.
A little foggy.
That's true. It's very foggy out here. It got pretty cold last night. I don't know. It's supposed to, down in Cleveland, Tennessee, it's supposed to get down to 36. I don't know how cold it got here on the mountain. I could hear the wind blowing, but it didn't really affect our awning or anything. I think it's mainly down in those hollers. So we're going to get some coffee made here in a minute and see what the day holds for us. All right, we are up and going. We've already got breakfast in us. Didn't film that. That means I guess we're bad overlanders because we didn't film breakfast. getting packed up, got the awning up, and we're just trying to pack up camp and get underway. I do want to show you this, since we showed you our sleeping arrangements on one of the last videos here in the 4Runner, and we just really love this arrangement. But I'm going to show you how we pack this up here in a minute. We've got an air mattress under here that's got a divider down the middle of it, so we got a large section for me, obviously a smaller section for her, and it blows up that section and that section independent of one another, and it's got a little blow up ring that goes around the outside and blow up pillows. So we got that on the bottom, and then we just lay out our, you know, our sheets and our blankets and our sleeping bags. So when we're ready, and we roll it up, so when we're ready to go, we just roll it up and we tie it to the front seats, and it's just all in a nice roll up there. And when we're ready to make camp, we just undo the ties and it folds out, blows them up with our little compressor, and you know, we can set up bed real quick. So, and this having the 2 different cavities helps out a lot, because when I get up and down, it doesn't bounce her around like our previous mattress that was just, you know, one single piece. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll this up, and I'll show you how it looks when it's stowed. All right, so that's rolled up. That's what it looks like. And this is, I mean, just a real neat setup. We like it. It's a lot cheaper than a rooftop tent, and we sleep very comfortably. And this doesn't take up much more space than when we had our big container that had our tent and, you know, other mattress and this, that, and the other. We just keep this rolled up, undo the straps, rolls out, and we're good to go. And that's what it looks like. You also can notice my makeshift redneck molly panels. I just could not, you know, justify spending $300 a piece for the high dollar molly panels, so I just kind of made my own. These are prototypes, just made out of some kind of a thin board from Lowe's. But my son's got we're gonna maybe start a fab shop one day, and we'll make some out of metal then. But I just kind of made some prototypes out of these, and put the necessities on them. Use conduit EMT clamps to custom mount where the stuff needs to go. We got our necessities, our chainsaw battery charger, our compressor battery charger, the lights that go up here that we use around the campsite, and they're rigged up to charge all the time. Well, when we got the switch on up front for it, so they work just great, and they're a lot cheaper than those $300 ones. So all right, well, we're going to finish packing up and get on the trail. All right, we got a deer up here standing in the road. I think he's a buck. Nope, it's a doe. Coming up on another overlook. Beautiful views up here. Mill Creek overlook. Stop that fish. We're at the Consaga River area. This is a nice little river going through here. Let's just get up here and take a better look at it. Let's see, this is a beautiful river up through here, especially when since it's got ice on it. Look at that. Very pretty. Alright, this is that same Cohutta area. There's a big hiking trail off over this direction. It goes way up to some waterfalls. We walked down it a little ways, but we didn't have time last time we were through here to walk down it. But people have been, looks like, camping or at least building a fire down here. So I don't know why you couldn't primitive camp down here, but this is a spectacular little area. Let me show you this. Well, this was frozen over. Throw a rock or something.
There's a lot of big ones over here.
Yep, that's pretty solid. Ready to get back on the trail? There's a waterfall up here somewhere. Should be very close to it. That's real nice when it's iced over. Man, this is beautiful. It's not flowing like it was last time, but with this ice on it, it's just spectacular. back up and hit it faster. Straighten your wheels up.
That's about it for this episode. We are almost at our turn to start heading down the mountain towards the power plant. It's been a great couple of days on the Big Frog Loop. You could do this in one long day, but we recommend breaking it up into 2 days and camping halfway on the loop. That would leave time to explore some of the scenic areas you'll encounter. And camping is half the fun, right? It did get a bit chilly up in the mountains overnight, but made for a great night to sit by the fire and talk about our day's adventures. We were thrilled DJ decided to join us on this trip, and he made it just fine. There were a couple of tricky places that took his two-wheel drive a couple of tries to get through, but the roads had been quite icy in some places and left a slick mess as they had begun to thaw. Next time we'll remember to load the back with some weight to see if that helps. That's all for now. We hope you get the opportunity to see the scenic drive for yourself sometime. For now, keep it on the road less traveled. Dusty Bun's Overland and Adventures.